At least 9 Palestinians were killed during a protest at the Gaza border when Israeli soldiers opened fire from the Israeli side. Hundreds of others were injured. It was the second large-scale demonstration in a week. Jonathan Vigliotti is in our London bureau with the latest. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning. The protests started as a build-up to the anniversary of Israel's founding, but they are increasingly becoming an act of defiance against what Palestinians are calling Israel's violent effort to silence their voices.
The volatile border was engulfed by plumes of black smoke coming from burning tires, a tactic Palestinians used Friday to block the view of Israeli snipers. For the second week in a row, thousands of Palestinians backed by Hamas returned to the border to protest against Israel's land blockade. Tensions were high after the Israeli army shot and killed 19 protesters last week. In an effort to reduce the bloodshed, Hamas's leader promised protesters would not be armed with guns, and the Israeli military said they had no fight with genuine protesters. While there were no reports of gunfire from the Palestinian side yesterday, Israeli troops did open fire from across the border, killing at least 9 and wounding nearly 500 others. Among the dead, a well-known Palestinian journalist. The Israeli military said it fired only on instigators involved in attacks on soldiers or the border fence, and released this video they say shows a Palestinian trying to break through. The United Nations has urged both sides to avoid violence and said there were strong indications that Israeli security forces used excessive force last week in driving protesters back, a breach of international law. The protests are expected to continue next week and every week until May 15th, the 70th anniversary of Israel's founding.
And Hamas has warned future protests could become more violent. Israel has alleged Hamas is using the protests as a cover for attacking the border fence. Dana, so far Palestinian wire cutters have proven no match for assault rifles.
Jonathan Vigliotti in London. Thank you, Jonathan.